I eat red meat every single day. People had a heart attack at the price that I pay for this chicken, 30 pounds a chicken. I like to eat food in its natural state. The supplements get such a bad rap. We need them. We cannot physically eat enough food. I think this is my 5th year of drinking raw milk. I've chosen to live this way.
This is Catch-Ups in My Kitchen, the catch-up you need every week in order to look, feel and be the best version of yourself. Join me in my kitchen every week as I speak to a new guest about all things food, health and wellness. Whether it's a specialist in their field, an inspiring story, or just a big girly catch-up full of all the recommendations, tips and advice. In my kitchen, we talk about it all. Hey guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Catch-Ups in My Kitchen with me, Georgia Simmons, host of the podcast. In my kitchen this week, I am very excited to be joined by Donna Bartoli, who is probably one of the healthiest women I know. She is glowing when you meet her, and she has just transformed her diet and lifestyle to be the healthiest version of herself. She eats only whole foods. She has researched and looked into her diet, and honestly, everything is with such intention. The word intentional we use a lot in this episode, and that is because that is exactly what Donna is. She is so intentional with what she eats, how she lives, what content she consumes, how she spends her time, who she spends her time with, what her social media looks like. This episode is so inspiring. Be prepared to want to listen to this again and again. Pause it, take notes, do what you need to do, but this is your health guide on how you can become the healthiest version of yourself. Whether you take 1% of this episode and put it into your own life, you'll be making a huge difference. I am so excited. Before we get into this, I want to ask a favor. We are getting into our 4th year as a podcast. We are becoming a podcast OG, and I need your help. I need you guys to follow and subscribe to keep supporting this podcast. We are looking to get some really exciting partners involved, but we need your help. Honestly, every follow and subscriber means the world to the growth of the podcast, and I love doing what I'm doing. I love interviewing amazing people like Donna. I want to bring more to this to you guys. So please subscribe. It will mean the world. Now, without further ado, let's go and join Donna in the kitchen. Donna, welcome to my kitchen. How are you?
I'm so well. Thank you so much for inviting me.
I'm
so exciting.
So excited to chat to you. I mean, we could literally chat all day, so I'm going to have to try and keep it to the script, but okay. I'm very, very excited. To kick things off though, do you mind giving a very quick elevator pitch? Who you are and what you do.
My name is Donna Bartoli. I am an online creator who started many years ago in fashion and moved on from there. And I think I've just evolved organically into how I live, and people just caught on. They were just very, very interested in, I guess, how I look and live the way that I do. So I share my life online. I'm a qualified skin expert, so I'm a facialist, but I'm also training to be a health coach as well. I just thought it was really important to have those qualifications. And who knows from there, really. My bulk of my life, though, is content creating. But I'm a very true one. I'm very much, what I live is what I post. Mm-hmm. So that's me.
I love it. I mean, you are glowing. You live an amazingly, truly healthy life, which I think is really important, because I think we see people's lives now more than ever before. And it's really hard to know what is true, what isn't. Is this what they do? Is it not? But you can tell what you post is what you do. And then when you meet you in person, it's you glow. So it really does. What you do works, and yeah, it's great. So I can't wait to go into it.
Thank you.
We have a quick fire before we start about all things food.
Okay.
So what is your favorite restaurant in London?
Oh my goodness, in London?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to have to be a steak. I'm going to say Hawksmoor off the top of my head, because I know I can go there and eat. I'm a very funny, picky restaurant eater. So if I can get a steak, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, nice. I'm also a fussy restaurant eater, but I think it shows you care. I think that's okay.
I think if I lived in London, I would try and I would source my places that I know I can go, get my grass-fed meat, that kind of thing. But I just don't live here, so it's hard to...
Yeah, that's hard. Okay, which is one wellness brand or product product that you can't live without?
Ape Nutrition, my beef protein powder.
Yeah, that was very
Josh
quick.
And Josh and Izzy have created something truly special. I love them.
Oh, it's so good. What is your hangover meal?
Oh my God, this would be from years ago.
Go on.
Pasta. Pasta's
Yes.
I don't feel good today, I'm just going to eat pasta.
Yeah.
Or I'm just really, really tired today, I'm just going to eat pasta. I would live off pasta for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's kind of like that hug in a bowl
Yes.
type food. I agree. Okay, what is your favourite coffee shop?
In Brighton, Marmalade, for sure. Marmalade Cafe in Kemp Town. I'm going to give them a shout out because every single thing is made there on site. I know I don't have to question any of the food. Their coffee is just locally sourced. It's just a really intentional cafe that's just so aligned with me.
I love that. And also going somewhere where they like truly care about everything.
They really care about food.
Love that. Okay, which food for you is a complete no-no?
Oh my goodness. Anything ultra processed, any ready meal, anything that doesn't have one ingredient in it, I think.
Yeah.
Most supermarket food.
That's the hard thing. It's like, where do you, I mean, we'll get onto that.
Yeah.
Where do you even start? Okay, and the last one is, what is your favourite dish to cook at home?
Oh my goodness. Do you know what? I'm going to say something like a chili or a bolognese. I do a lot with mince, and because I eat in a certain way now, those kind of comfort things have gone. So especially now, like I will be making chilies and have it with like avocado on top. I love things like that. One bowl type meals.
Yeah, really
it's
nice.
Easier.
Yeah, love that. Love that. I feel like the next time I have meat, I should dip my toe into the chili. I did, when I did it, I literally just did, kept it really simple. I did like ground mince in a lettuce cup with avocado and homemade like tzatziki. That's what I did.
It's good that, you know what, the chili, if you're introducing meat, and we will get onto this in a minute, I know we're going to talk about this, but I think that things like the chilies and the bologneses, they mask. So you've got your garlic with your tomatoes, and just to eat mince on its own is a very meaty tasting thing to do. Even though that's an introduction to eating meat again, you're going to mask a lot of that taste with your kind of ingredients that go with it. So it is actually a really nice thing to make.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think that'll be my next one. Well, as we're talking on food, let's start with your diet. So you said the thing that's a complete no-no is anything that has more than kind of one ingredient. So it isn't a whole food.
Yes.
Let's start with like your diet principles. Like, what do you follow and how do you kind of follow that in this world where that's quite challenging when you go to a supermarket?
It is. I think the easiest thing how to explain it is that I will not eat anything that has been man-made. So I will eat, unless I'm doing something like a keto. So we're going to put all those kind of different diets aside. In terms of whole food, I eat all vegetables, all fruit. I will eat beef and chicken. The other meat I've just chosen not to eat. I will eat fish. I will eat seafood. I will eat sourdough bread. I will eat peanut butter that's been made with just peanuts on its own. So if I'm in a supermarket and I think, what can I eat? The first thing I will do, and it's something that's not a whole food, as in like the veg and the meat and things like that, I will read an ingredient. The products are there, they are available, but we've just been, it's not a thing, and I know this from talking to many, many people, is that checking ingredients is definitely just not something people do. And it becomes a habit. The more you do it, it'll just be a habitual thing to go in and check. And I think that's the easiest way to explain it. So a peanut butter will have like 2 or 3 ingredients in it. It might have, well, no, 2. It'll have peanuts and maybe salt. But if anything over 3 ingredients, that I just simply will not eat it. I will not eat anything with any preservatives in it. And I just don't feel like I need to.
We don't need to.
We don't need to.
How did it get to this point? Let's start with like, how have you kind of transitioned your diet to get to this?
Okay, I have to say that my sister and I, were very lucky. My dad's Corsican, and we ate really well. So whole food has always been the base of how we've eaten. So, but I'm not going to say that I didn't eat ultra processed food, because I 100% did, but just it wasn't the basis of my diet. It was an extra to it. And I think it was about 6 years ago, I was looking into diet. I'm someone that is just always looking at how I can feel better, be better, look after myself longer. I know that I was like moving into my 40s. I knew that things were going to start changing for myself when it came to, you know, hormones like perimenopause, menopause. So I thought, what can I do? And I read something. I was training to be a facialist, and I read an article about sugar, and I know we're going to talk about sugar and what it actually does to the body. And I just thought, okay, so now the ultra processed thing is coming into it. I've always been a bit, we've never eaten ready meals or anything like that. Like, that's a definite no. It would have been more takeaway, not asking questions in restaurants. And I just went from literally one day to the next. I was like, okay, done. Like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm very much like that. I can make a decision and I will just stick to it.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of willpower when it comes to that. But I do spend a majority of my time asking questions, checking labels. You know, it is a lifestyle. It's not just, you know, you have to be intentional about doing it.
Completely agree. I mean, I'm the same. I think I remember reading or hearing someone say, like, no one knows how good they can feel. Like, no one knows that feeling, because like you can always feel that bit better. But like, I feel, and then you'll be the same, like, I feel great, but there's always more you can do.
Absolutely.
That feeling of feeling great is so good. It's kind of addictive. So that's the thing. Option of getting something that's not so healthy. So let's say you get a ready meal, or not even that, like a wrap from a supermarket, or even a salad from a shop in a supermarket or something. You're like, I just don't feel as good because I know those preservatives and the additives and all that. It's just, the seed oils, the sugar. It's just not necessary, and it is inflammatory on the body.
Absolutely.
So I guess living that kind of way, you have to do a lot of food prep or forward planning, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of food prep in the beginning, and if I know I've got something to do and I'm probably not going to be able to eat, I will food prep for it. Now I'm in such a habit. I'm a very repetitive eater, so I know what I eat. Especially when I started, so I didn't eat meat actually when I first changed. It was more just like basically fish and seafood. And I think I prepped more then. I ate a hell of a lot more vegetables, sweet potato type things. But now I just know that if I eat a steak, it will fill me up. I will be absolutely fine. My blood sugar will be stable, and I've fed my body the nutrients it needs. Like, I'm good. So if I'm in a panic now, like, I will come to London and just be so much more chill about being here and not having anything to eat, because I just go eat a steak.
Yeah.
And I'm done. So it is definitely much easier. But it's nice to food prep as well, because, you know, repetitive eating does get boring with people. I will have a lot of messages on DMs all the time, just like, but I don't want to eat the same thing every day. It's just, I don't know. You have to weigh up, you know, I'm not saying literally eat the same thing every day, but maybe have like a rotation of 2 or 3 meals, and then in a month, like, change.
Yeah, and like
change
spin on
seasonally as well what you eat.
Yeah, and like add a spin on it, like top your chili with avocado, or top it with yogurt, or have it on sweet potato, add an egg to it. So why did you decide to add meat? What was your decision to add meat?
Education.
Okay.
I'm 47, and everything starts declining. Like, from 25, we actually start aging. It's absolutely bananas. But the real decline comes when you turn 40. And I knew that to preserve my muscles, I needed to eat meat. It's incredibly important for women, for metabolic health, for hormonal health. And I knew that I needed it. A lot of people will come and want to argue with me on this point, and that's totally fine. That's their opinion. But my opinion is that I knew I needed it, and I knew I needed to eat high quality red meat. Again, there's an argument of like too much red meat. I eat red meat every single day. But so that was my turning point, I think. You know, social media can be a blessing and a curse. There's a lot of information out there, and people are just like, oh my God, like, oh, I think I shouldn't be doing this, and you shouldn't be doing that today, and you shouldn't be doing that tomorrow. But I really feel like I've weeded out the people that are feeding me information that I believe in. Like, I love to fast. Fasting is a massive thing for me. But every time I talk about it, I will have an opinion of, but it doesn't work for everybody. And it's true. It's true. It just doesn't. But it really works for me. I love Dr. Mindy Peltz. I've read her books. Like, I watch her I listen to her podcast, and I watch her content. So some people might be like, I just don't agree with what she's saying. So it's what you find and absorb and take on board, really. Dr. Mark Hyman, he's a functional doctor. Absolutely love him. One of my favorite people to follow.
This one simple thing has completely changed my life, and that is mouth taping. I have never been one to prioritize sleep, but in January I started mouth taping and my sleep and my productivity skyrocketed. The deep restorative sleep you get from mouth taping is completely insane. Nasal breathing is the way we should be breathing at night, and mouth taping really, really promotes this. I wanted to bring it to more people, so I started Healthy Habits to bring you a luxurious and aesthetic mouth tape that you can use every day and feel proud to use. If you're intrigued on the benefits or want to give mouth taping a go, this is your sign to do so. Click the link in the show notes and use the code CATCHUPS20 to try mouth tape today. I promise you will never sleep better, and just thank me later. Now let's get back to the episode.
And he just kept talking about this metabolic health and preserving protein and preserving muscle, when you get to someone that's my age. And I thought, I'm going to have to do it. It took me a long time. It probably took me a year to decide, and then another year to think, right, when am I going to do it? And my brother-in-law was like, are you actually going to do it? Are we going to do it? Yeah. He's basically carnivore.
Right.
And the transition was a long time. But the minute I took a sip of bone broth, that was it.
Yeah.
Because I'd done it.
Yeah.
I'd almost broken through that barrier, and then it was...
It's funny because people say oh, come on, just do it. And it's
was hard.
It's hard.
That was a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
But when I did the bone broth for quite a long time. And then I woke up one morning, I was like, today's the day. I'm going to go to the farm shop. And I actually filmed the exact day I went to the farm shop. I bought that mince, came home, and it sat in my fridge for another 2 days. And then I just thought, it's either going to go off, and I really hate that thought anyway.
Same, waste.
So I cooked it, and I sat there. I did it all on my own. I didn't film it. It was at night. It was in the winter, and it was almost like euphoria. I phoned my sister. I was like, I've done it. I eat meat now. When I started eating the steak, a lot of people have asked me this. How did it feel? I can't describe it, but it was almost like something was missing from my body, and it was like a piece of a puzzle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I craved that steak for a long time.
So interesting.
I was like, I just need to eat the red meat. I need to eat it. I have to have the red meat. And it was like that for a long time. And then my body regulated. It took what it needed from it. And now I'm fine. I absolutely love eating steak. I prefer a steak with more fat content on it, like a ribeye kind of meat. I don't love the fillet so much, but I don't crave it like I did, but I will still eat it. I'll still eat a steak 3 times a week.
So interesting, because mine definitely started with bone broth as well. And I think for me, it all made sense to me, bone broth. I was like, I don't feel like I'm having meat. I'm having the broth and the goodness and the collagen, and it just made there was no hesitation to that. I didn't feel any guilt. I didn't think twice about it. I was very funny on where I was getting it from to start with. I think I actually had the first one from Dalesford.
Okay.
And I just thought, safety net, fine, know what I'm doing there. That's how I started. And then I loved it. And then what got me thinking about meat was I remember making bone broth rice. And obviously it's all absorbed into the rice, and it tastes stronger and more meaty because it's kind of absorbed, and all the excess water has steamed away. So I remember eating that and being like, oh wow, that's the best rice I've ever had in my life.
Flavor.
And the flavor was so insane. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Then obviously, as you mentioned, there's so much information out there, it can be overload. And being on the podcast, you have different opinions coming all the time. And sometimes you're like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I believe? And sometimes your beliefs can kind of be clouded because you're like, I don't even know what I believe anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've got this niggling feeling of meat. A few days before, I made a curry. I made a cauliflower and chickpea curry, and I was in agony. And I've always been someone who's again, uber healthy. I eat whole foods, I've eaten plants forever, never had alternatives, just kind of like tofu, chickpeas, lots of spinach, like protein powder, nut butters, nuts, but just very, very plant focused. And I was in agony and I was so bloated.
I was about to say because you were bloated.
So bloated.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am fed up of eating the healthiest I can and feeling bloated and uncomfortable. And I was like, I gym every single day. I should be the healthiest version, and I'm sat in agony. And I couldn't sleep at night because I felt in so much pain. And I was like, enough's enough. I need to have meat. So I also filmed myself going to Dalesford, and got the mince, came home with it, and made what I mentioned, the mince cups. And I felt great. I felt really, really good. And then I kind of was like, this feels good. I've just eaten meat. Like, wow. And it's kind of like euphoric.
It is. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting on my own in my lounge thinking, I definitely should be filming this, but I really don't want to at the moment.
It's really weird. And then I was like, well, the next stop is definitely steak. So I think it was the following month. I was like, I'll do it once a month, start slow. I had steak. My boyfriend went and got it from the local butcher. He was so excited. He cooked it for me because I also didn't have a clue how to even cook it. Tasted amazing. But then I got this wave of like sick.
Nausea.
And like the smell, I couldn't stop smelling it for so long. And I couldn't even eat the next day until like 4, 5 o'clock because I was like I felt so nauseous from it. So that was the last time I've had meat.
Like, just out of interest, have you tried it again since then? No. Okay.
But that was only a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. Do you know what? Just stick with the mince for now.
Yeah.
And disguise it.
Yeah. I think disguising it is key. So mince and meat is a big staple for you.
Yeah. So that was at the beginning. That's what I ate. And we have a steak night every Saturday. We cook on the open fire. We have a lot of sirloin on bone and T-bones. And, that's what we do as a family. But after a while, I thought, okay, do you know what? Like I eat meat now, like I'm totally fine. I'd never want to eat pork. I've never really been a pork lover anyway, even before. And lamb, you're just mentioning about the smell. If I smell lamb, like I think I'm going to be sick. And that's always been a thing. So I thought I need to add another element to it of chicken, but there are just such bad options of chicken out there, just injected with water. And I needed to find a chicken that aligned with me, like my beef. I can very easily find the beef that I want to eat. And then my local butcher, Barfield in Brighton, they are incredibly good. And I didn't really need to go to the farm shop for this because I said to them, they know us really well now. I said, I want to eat a chicken that is just been looked after really well. And he said, Fossey Meadows. They slow raise their chickens. They do feed them grain. You cannot get a chicken that's not fed on grain. Unfortunately, they can't just survive on grass. But it's also supplemented with herbs. So it's called a herb-fed chicken, slow raised, just really sustainable company. They're great. They're small. They're local. And people had a heart attack at the price that I pay for this chicken. I buy one probably every other week now.
Please tell me.
They're £30 a chicken.
It's an investment.
It's just, I totally understand. And this, there's an argument. You can get whole foods in a supermarket. You absolutely can, because the chicken breast from the supermarket is still a whole food. But I've chosen to live this way. And so I buy my Fossey Meadows chicken, and I also buy chicken from Tablehurst, where I buy my meat. It's a biodynamic farm. It's my favorite place on earth. I absolutely love it. And so, the chicken's been a really nice addition, because roasting a chicken is just, I love it. And on Saturday night I made a chicken with coconut milk and turmeric, garlic, and I reduced it all down, and it was just like this kind of like Asian with lemongrass. It was just like this Asian sticky chicken, and I thought, I'm really happy that I can eat chicken now. That's even really like good. Ramen I will do with the chicken as well, which is really nice.
Really nice. I mean, everyone said to me, why did you start with mince and beef? And I was like, well, I do it from a health and nutritional perspective. And for me, that's where I feel like there's the most nutrients.
Beef has the most nutrients. It has all 9 amino acids. So it's just the most nutrient dense thing that you can eat. Yeah. So that's why eggs. I started with eggs are great as well, but I eat eggs. But in terms of, that amino acid profile, beef is where you're at with that.
Yeah. And what does breakfast look like for you?
Smoothie.
Yeah, I am a smoothie girl, definitely.
I have never been a breakfast eater, even when I was young and cereals put out and toast and everything. I just could never face breakfast. So I fast until 12.
Okay.
So
nice.
I will do that 5 days out of 7. At the weekend, it's different. I was in London this morning. I went to go to Dalesford and they didn't have the grill on, which is really annoying. So I went to Farm Girl. I was disappointed. Overhyped. Under-delivered.
I agree. You know what? Farm Girl used to be like the spot.
Right, I've never been.
It's now just not the spot.
I was so disappointed.
You know what? I think you'd have loved Juice Baby smoothies.
Okay, see, I need to get some more pointers. I just don't come to London enough.
Yeah,
what did you have? They cannot make scrambled eggs. They just can't make scrambled eggs.
No.
Dry.
Oh, say were they dry? I can imagine.
Like dry?
Yeah, I can imagine. I think they were really good. And now they've just...
Such a shame.
I know, such a shame. Okay, so you're a faster till 12 and you break your fast with your smoothie.
With my smoothie.
Yeah. And what's normally in the smoothie?
I have... My base is always raw milk. We're going to talk about that. Blueberries and a banana. And then I will also add frozen cauliflower. I just love that. It adds creaminess, doesn't add taste. It's really good for like a hormonal point of view. And then I will add all my powders. Now, I get a lot of stick about my powders, but this is, I like to eat food in its natural state. And I guess that the powders go against it. But I've chosen the best powders on the market. I have never, ever had a blend protein powder. I've never eaten one. I never will. So I'm, again, it's that intentional thing of me going out and finding the product. So I have my Ape Nutrition beef protein powder every single day. I have my collagen powder, colostrum. And then I will quite often add in some of my other supplements, like my vitamin D3K2. I will open the capsule and add that in. If I'm taking my magnesium in the morning, I don't always stick to magnesium in the evening. It's just whatever. I will also open that and add it in. And I also love the Happy Mammoth Hormone Harmony. I will add that in as well, because I've cut out 6 supplements of capsules that I have to swallow, and I hate swallowing capsules. So I just add them in, and that's part of my smoothie.
Yeah, love that.
Blend.
Happy days.
Drink.
Any nut butters?
I didn't finish. Peanut butter and half an avocado. It's my healthy fats.
Nice.
And I love peanut butter.
And your peanut over almond?
Yes.
From a taste perspective?
Yeah. I literally could eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, it's delicious. Yeah. I agree. Okay, this is super interesting. I need to talk to you about raw milk. But before I do that, Ape Nutrition. I mean, I've heard so many amazing things.
Yeah.
Did you have that before you ate meat, or did you eat meat and then go beef protein?
Yeah, no, I don't think that it was out then.
Fine.
But very close.
Fine.
Very close. And I added the protein powder because I can't physically eat enough to get my protein. I don't have a set amount of protein every single day, and I don't love to eat food first thing. At the weekend, I will eat, scrambled eggs and sourdough toast. Like, that's my kind of weekend thing. But definitely during the week, it's always my smoothie. I hate going my day without my smoothie. Yeah. So it was about finding that protein powder. I think I was one of the first people to try Ape Nutrition beef protein when Josh and Izzy first launched it. It's been years now, and it's
Is it flavored?
So I have the unflavored, which is just beef protein, and they do a couple of others, which is just raw cacao and maple.
Okay, nice.
And I think they have one with vanilla, but again, it will just, I know them. I completely appreciate that they will just do the best sourcing possible. So my son has the maple and cacao one, and he loves that one. And it just gives it that chocolate edge. But I will add raw cacao to my smoothie. That's another thing I add as well. So I've already added that.
Fine. Okay. Raw milk. So I've heard so many different things. I'm speaking to lots of different people about raw milk. Yeah. And I mean, I've had Niall on the podcast who has organised.
He loves raw milk.
Loves raw milk.
Like, Niall is like, yes.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah,
so
fantastic.
When did you add that into your diet, and why did you add that into your diet?
So when I first found Tablehurst, I actually found Plorhatch. So Plorhatch is a farm and Tablehurst is a farm. They're both biodynamic. And it was just there in this vending machine, and I was just like, oh my god, like this is incredible. Like, this is food in its natural form. And as a family, we just switched immediately.
And were you having dairy before then?
So I'm not a good dairy person.
Okay.
So the cereals when I was young,
yeah,
I just can't do dairy. I just don't stomach it that well. It's just given me the ick.
Yeah,
I feel like this word ick is quite new, but it really encompasses things. You know, it's not as if you just eat too many scrambled eggs, you're like, oh my god, I've got the egg ick.
Yes, like for me, a gooey egg sometimes gives me the ick. I'm like, I can't cope. I need a hard boiled egg.
I don't know who penned that, but whoever did is incredible. Because just milk used to give me the ick.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is raw in its natural state. Nothing's been done to it. I'm going to try. And it completely and utterly changed everything. Just in perspective of, you know, the people that say it's not good, I think this is my 5th year of drinking raw milk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I hear people say, like, there's a risk of, like, there being bacteria in there.
Backlash of it is terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Because I was speaking to people about it on the podcast, and I was like, wow. Because, like, again, for me, I'm lactose intolerant, have always struggled with dairy. Even the smell of dairy makes me feel funny. I remember someone giving me a normal milk cappuccino, and I could smell it coming towards me before I even got it. And I was like, no, I just know that's dairy. So for me, I was always a bit like, oh, raw milk, like, that's a bit intense. Then I was doing my own research and hearing people say that bacteria and how dangerous it can be and how it needs to be pasteurized because that's how it's been for years. So why would we have it raw? So I was like, oh, so then you kind of believe that train.
But then just because it's been something for years doesn't mean that at the point of that decision being made, there was not, you know, I don't know, a narrative to be followed.
Yeah.
Just because it's a pasteurization process.
Completely.
So why was that decision made in the first place? I trust the places that I shop from. Do you think that they would sell something that was going to poison people and make them sick? They have to go through such strict regulatory processes. Interestingly, I am going to Tablehurst next week and I'm filming the cows being milked. The farmer's taking me out. We're going to go out at 5:30 in the morning. He's going to bring the cows in and the calves, and just basically we're going to film the whole process, because I do feel really passionate about raw milk. I don't want everybody to go and start drinking raw milk. I'm just passionate about food in its natural state. It's incredible. It's the reason why we live. Yeah. It's how we live. Yeah. And
I agree. And I think there's a bigger risk to the farmers than there is to us in terms of, like, if they did that, that would be, if someone got sick, that's like their whole life over.
And not to plug Tablehurst, but Caroline from Tablehurst has sent me in today the whole they're doing a fundraising initiative because they want to expand their dairy. And I've said that I would help. Like, we're going to go and film the cows being milked, because they want to expand in order to offer more people raw milk. That for me shows that it's in demand.
Yeah.
People want it. Yeah. I know people want it because I get it all the time. I wish I could have raw milk. I wish I could buy it. Like, I live in a place where I'm so lucky to be able to go to Hook and Son. I've got Plorhatch. I've got Tablehurst. I mean, raw milk for me is really accessible. But what if it wasn't?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's probably why it's been pasteurized, because so many people, if you can't get it, how do you then have milk?
So then it comes down to money.
Yeah.
Not health, money.
Yeah, completely. And you've said that you spend £30 on a chicken, and that's your choice to spend that money. That's how you want to spend your money, and that's, you invest in your food and your health.
I do.
But, like, it shouldn't be that a chicken, the best chicken you can get, costs that.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be that,
no,
because
unfortunately, that's
we're in a world now where, like, convenience and, I guess, making food last longer comes at a cost, and that cost is it weakens the benefit of the food.
Do you know what? You would have seen this guy on TikTok. He doesn't align with me at all, but he's really funny. His name's Luke Hamnet, and he does these little skits. And he was in Tesco the other day, and he was like, "What in the cost of living crisis is this?" And it was basically 2 chicken breasts from Sainsbury's for £9.52. That's £10 for 2 chicken breasts. So if you have a family of 4, you've already spent £20 on 4 chicken breasts, where a whole chicken for £30, I'm not telling people to go out and buy the £30 chicken, but you're going to get like maybe 3 dinners out of that if you spread it into maybe the coconut curry thing that I did. And I don't know.
And make your own bone broth.
So still supermarkets on the high street. And I just like, I laugh because it's funny anyway, but it's just like, I don't look at supermarket meat. I don't even know how much it costs. But if 2 chicken breasts are costing £10 in Tesco or Sainsbury's, wherever he was, then...
Yeah, that's insane.
It's being that thing of, the farm shops are so expensive. It's actually being passed down to the supermarkets anyway. Completely.
No, it's absolutely crazy. With raw milk, I should know this, but I don't. Is there lactose in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
in its raw.
It's in its raw form.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I'm a bit like.
Enzymes, growth factors, everything in it. It's actually gut friendly, which is so. Most people are like, I can't drink milk because of my gut. Like it's healing.
Yeah. My family farm is in Somerset, and there's loads of amazing farmers around there.
Imagine.
And I'm like to my parents, like, drink at least whole milk, or like go to the farm and get your milk.
Yeah.
Don't go and get it from the supermarket. You've got it all on your doorstep. But they're like, I thought dairy wasn't great, and there's all these stories that we're told.
It's another demonization of something that's actually hundreds and thousands of years. People have drunk milk.
Yeah.
If you don't want to drink raw milk and it's not something that's accessible to you, you've got Graham's, which is A2, A Jersey A2 milk is a herd of cows that are it's just much more tolerable to people who are lactose intolerant. Okay. And also unhomogenized now. So the dairy estate, I know they sell that in Whole Foods, like it's quite accessible here in London. Dalesford, I think, they've got unhomogenized milk as well. So you don't have to drink raw, just perhaps choose those. Yeah. No. Again, but I do understand, the cost of... My milk is £3.20 a litre.
In my head,
I don't actually know how much.
But that's because the plant milks are so expensive. They're so expensive.
Yes.
And like, if you're getting... I don't buy Oatly anymore, but I don't know. That will be 3 something.
Okay, well there you are then.
So
I don't know. Yeah. I should do a little test of how much things cost in the supermarket, so I just have this information to bring. It would be interesting.
Yeah, I think that milk sounds like a normal price. I'm sure the milk can get cheaper, but for the quality of milk we've got, I think that's probably quite good.
£3.20 a litre.
I now want to talk about the 3 C's.
Yeah.
You mentioned some of them that you put in your smoothie. Creatine, you didn't mention, but I think you often put in collagen and colostrum.
Yes.
So why and what brands, and let's talk about this, because creatine is one that we've heard, well, actually both creatine and collagen we've heard loads of this year in particular. I've also heard lots about colostrum, but it's like the underdog, I think, of those.
It is.
I think it's amazing that creatine have been talking about how it's not just for women, not just for the men, and it's also for women. That's been super interesting, because I think I was also like, oh my God, I'm going to bloat, I'm going to be puffy, I'm going to have water retention. So debunking that myth has been amazing. How long have you taken, well, let's start with creatine. How long have you taken?
Creatine's quite new, and again, it became a trending topic on social media. Always a bit of a worry. Why? But, we live in an age where things are being researched to the nth degree, and it's interesting, these researches. And there is also this trap of, God, is this just a supplement that people have forgotten about, and let's do a trend? And so you have to, again, be intentional about who you pick to go along with. But Arta, they took me on a lovely trip in June. I think we went to Spain. And when you go on these trips, you really immerse yourself in the education. Every single night on this beautiful retreat, we just had, it was like a fountain of why and how and what and, you know, why we've dosed it this way and everything like that. And when you're learning these things, like most of what I do now and most of my career is actually self-education. I love it. I'm obsessed, and you become obsessed and you just want to embody yourself as, you know, as to why. And some things I will just think, I'm just not going to get on board with that. The creatine I did for my age. And I think 40 plus, you should be looking at things that help with cognitive, muscle, you know, keeping your muscles and everything like that. And creatine just has all these benefits. 4 grams, it's been researched, it's been clinical studies, everything. I've never had bloating from it. I haven't got water retention. I'm totally fine. It's I think it's a supplement that's been taken out of that gym bunny kind of scenario and just put into the mainstream wellness market. Arta's an incredible brand. I love Rianne. She's just a bit of me. She just lives this life, and she truly lives this life. You know, I sat there and watched her, and she will ask the same questions I do in a restaurant, and she just happens to have a brand, and I guess I don't. And I love her brand. I love Arta. They are very, very, you know, spot on with what they do.
I agree. Rianne's been on the podcast, and again, great, right? I was like asking her all the kind of creatine questions, because I was like, being plant heavy, I was like, oh, something that can kind of really help your muscles and give you that extra bit of strength. And I'm all about kind of brain health and cognitive function. And I was like, I'm really interested. Again, I started my creatine journey with Array gummies.
Oh my God. They would have had sugar in them.
Yeah, it was awful.
It's the sugar.
I bloated. I felt awful. And I was like, this is not good.
I can't imagine the quality of the creatine in those gummies for a start. The bioavailability of said creatine in those gummies. They would have been, I reckon, this like the first or second ingredient would have been glycerin and sugar.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, let me start there because it's an easy in. And I was, you know, Array, amazing marketing. So I was like, okay.
She's famous on TikTok now for her marketing. You know that, don't you?
Well, I see her all the time.
So she's now just talking about how they've marketed Array. Like that for me, no.
Yeah. Well,
but
exactly.
Don't even come at me with a gummy. If I see gummy in my inbox, I'm like, no.
I could not agree more. Like I crumbled on that. But for me, gummies, how they're in the supplement aisle drives me insane. Like it's a sweet.
But this is the problem. You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, there is a place for everything. You just have to find the good ones. The supplements get such a bad rap. We need them. We cannot physically eat enough food. And you can't cheat your way into a good diet. First and foremost, you have to eat a good diet. You have to eat whole food. In my opinion, cut sugar.
Yeah.
And then go looking for your gaps.
Yeah. Completely.
That's it. The supplement world should not get the reputation it has, but unfortunately, shit supplements are made in order to earn money.
Completely. And marketing is the reason why they do well, not the product.
So she's talking about marketing on her TikTok channel, but not about the product.
Yeah.
That's how she's famous. And I see her all the time, and everyone's like, oh my God, like the Array marketing. What?
Yeah, literally. And I was a complete sucker for that. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I'm bloated and puffy and it's the creatine. And it wasn't, it was the gummy. And then I had, Rianne came on and we were talking about creatine and she was like, she bought the Arta one, which is what I now use. And yeah, no bloating, no water retention.
I don't think I've been bloated for years. I don't even get bloated when I'm on my period. I don't even know I'm on my period.
Yeah.
I don't even get pain.
No, I'm the same. I've been on contraception, so it was all a bit messy anyway. But now I was like, I don't really get pain. It's never been a problem. And I think, you know, everyone always says your diet is like what underpins everything.
In my opinion, again, people have different opinions about this. Your diet is everything.
Yeah. Completely.
And all the rest comes with it.
Yeah. Collagen is the next one. Again, we're seeing loads of this everywhere. And I think it's great. Your thoughts? Again,
pick a good collagen. Bovine collagen peptides.
Yeah.
So if you don't eat meat, you're not going to have that. So marine collagen, it just doesn't have all the types of collagen that you need. So you have to pick a good hydrolyzed collagen peptides from a bovine source. And it needs to be high grade, high bioavailability. I've been taking collagen for 10 years. I started with marine because I didn't eat meat. And then the minute I ate meat, I switched to collagen peptides. I've been told that I have collagen levels of like a 25-year-old.
I mean, that's amazing.
The firmness in my skin, the way I had this acupuncture facial, and he was just flicking kind of needles into my skin, and they just sat there. And he said, for someone your age, he said, I've just never seen anything like this, because normally there's no collagen, so they would just fall down, and and he could hardly pull them out. And he was like, that's just testament to you how much collagen you've got in your skin. So I've read that all of the stuff on how collagen doesn't work, and I've but I don't know.
It works. I mean,
a lot of supplements you take, you're not going to see anything from it. You just have to trust. You have to choose well, and you have to and then all of a sudden you're like, oh.
Completely agree. I think for me, collagen is one of those like preventative things.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to suddenly see it now. But
I wish I'd known about it years ago. I mean, I'd love to. All the things that I do now, I would love to have started in my 20s and just to see how interesting it would have been. Because I feel like I'm in an incredible space where I am right now, but I would have really been interested to see.
What brand do you use?
I use Oslo Skin Lab. Really love them. They're great. They have something called Verisol in it, which is very skin focused. Obviously, Ape Nutrition have one as well. Like, really love them. Ancient and Brave. They also have a really good collagen. The other one is Hunter and Gather, but I don't know if it's grass fed and regeneratively farmed.
So that's the one I use.
Okay.
So we'll check.
It doesn't say on it.
No.
So it makes me think that it's not.
Fine. We'll check. The last C, colostrum. So why do you take that? How long have you taken that for? And what brand do you use?
I started with Ape Nutrition because they were the only brand that had it at the time. And now it's obviously kind of like a supplement that's exploding. But I've also tried Tri-Armra from the States, but you couldn't get it in the UK at that time when it first came out. So Josh and Izzy bought it out along with the range of, their range, and I was straight on it immediately. The thing I love about Josh and Izzy's one with Ape is that they don't take any of the fat out of it. So it's almost a bit like a wet powder, where some of the others are very fine, and in that process of extracting it from the original form, the fat's taken out. I also am now taking the Happy Mammoth one because they've brought it to their range, which I think is so exciting because people are just getting on board with these. Gut healing, immunity, again, it's another topic of this is just a dreadful thing to do. You should not be. But I would never take something that as a calf has been separated from its mother. It's just, that's not how it works. It just wouldn't happen.
No.
So again, I'm going to talk to the farmer about it when I do this YouTube video next week. I've taken colostrum in its raw form. It was difficult to drink.
Yeah, it's thick.
Yeah, it was difficult. I don't think I'd do it again. And it's also a very, very hard thing to source. It was just always sold out. So again, it's sold out because people, it won't be readily available that much, but I love it.
Yeah. They're like superfoods.
That I class as a superfood.
Yeah.
My colostrum is 100% a superfood, and I never, ever have a day without it.
Yeah, no, amazing. It is amazing. And it's great that it's gaining momentum.
I think so.
I think it's...
As long as it just doesn't become this mass-produced product that's kind of like the quality of it is just become less and less and less. You again, be intentional.
That's the issue.
It's the word. The word is intentional.
Yeah, definitely. Chicken feet. We need to talk about chicken feet because this is, I mean, I've not seen, like, your videos about chicken feet make me laugh because I'm like, I've not seen this.
No, it's...
Where did this come from?
It's quite an Asian thing. It's very, very popular in Asian culture, obviously, the chicken feet.
Yes.
It came from, well, the fact that I didn't eat chicken before.
Yeah.
And I know that chicken feet have the most concentrated form of collagen in them, type 1, type 2. It's connective tissue, and that's what you want. And that's the reason why when you boil them at, this high pressure, I do it in my Instant Pot, when it sets in the fridge, it's literally like jelly. It's like gelatine. And that's what you want. So quite often you'll make a beef bone broth from whatever you've got it with, and it will be a little bit jelly-ish, but it's still liquid. Those chicken feet, but that chicken feet bone broth was set. Gosh. They were like gummies. It's like a gummy. It's set that hard.
So you buy the chicken feet. Yeah. Well, they have to reserve them for you, don't they?
They do.
Because they sell out.
I've since found out that they're not that readily available. And I feel quite bad by putting this video out because everyone's like, oh my God, like I want to do this chicken feet bone broth. Just thought everyone would be able to go and get chicken feet. And I've had so much feedback from people being like, we can't buy chicken feet. Again, I'm so lucky with Tablehurst. I literally go to the farm and they don't get rid of anything. Like I eat loads of organ meat and I can get anything at Tablehurst. It's nose to tail. Where I went to Barfields, my butchers, and I asked them for chicken feet. I was like, oh no, we don't even bring them here. So it's difficult. I reckon maybe Asian supermarkets in the frozen section may have chicken feet. That
scares me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that, the source of the chicken and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, they are just feet.
Yeah.
It's the connective tissue is what you're drinking. Sounds disgusting. It was literally like a horror show. When I opened that thing, there was just these chicken feet in there. I was just like, oh, yeah, that was difficult. It was difficult. But when I saw that bone broth set, I was just like, this is just the best thing. I knew it was good. It's like skin food in a drink.
And how do you have it?
So I will reheat it and just drink it on its own. I made a ramen with it, which was really nice. I just added, I smashed a lemongrass and I added some spices and just gave it that a grated ginger, garlic. I did some coconut aminos, and I think that was it. I don't love all the kind of fish sauce and things because a lot of them got preservatives in it. So it's never like true, but it tasted delicious. And I did some rice noodles. I had chicken. I did an egg. And amazing. It was just a really nice different dish that I could do instead of just eating like plain meat kind of thing.
Yeah.
I added it to, so anything that I do a stock with, my bone broth, however I've done it, is my stock.
Yeah.
So if I make a chili, this is a stock. So even if I make a chili with mince, I will just put that chicken stock in it because I've got lots of it. And those chicken feet made so many little pots that just fill up in the freezer, and they were £5 for the bag. And my butcher at Tablehurst is expensive. It's an expensive butcher, so I reckon like you could pick them up really cheap.
No, that is good. I feel like that's again another probably like a superfood in terms of like the quality of what that is. If you can't afford to have a collagen supplement, literally just try and get chicken feet. Yeah, I guarantee you can buy them online though, frozen. Scares me. I know they were like a horror show. It was like a horror show. Sugar. Let's talk about sugar. So what is your relationship with sugar? I have no relationship with sugar. Refined sugar does not appear in my diet at all. So I think we need to firstly clarify like what that means. Yeah, because like I don't actually have sugar that often at all either. I have dates. Yeah, that's is sugar. That's natural sugar. But like refined sugar, I don't have. There are two approaches to a sugar. So you've got the refined sugar, and that in itself is, just a no. And then you've got the natural sugar. So if you look at sugar and what it does to your body, you've got it sticks to your cells, and in my opinion, cancer feeds off sugar and all those kind of things. It aids glycation, so it's just a cell destroyer. It's a collagen destroyer. It's just horrible. It's a horrible substance. But then you've got the metabolic health, and you've got the blood sugar kind of component to it as well. So fruit is going to do that to you, alongside the refined sugar. So your refined sugar is your cane sugar, your palm sugar, coconut sugar, don't care what it is. They try and disguise it with health and everything. It's refined sugar. Yeah. So that is something that if you make a cake, you're going to put sugar in it. Yeah. So for example, they use sugar as a preservative. So if you go to Marks and Spencer's, if it hasn't got rapeseed oil in it, it's got rapeseed oil and sugar. So they're Honduran prawns, for example. So if I'm out and I'm panicked and I need some I can always get 2 eggs in a pot,
and I can always pick up some prawns. This is like an emergency. Oh my God, I need to eat. It doesn't happen that often, but it will do every now and again. Go to Marks and Spencer's and it's Honda and prawns cooked, sugar.
Oh my gosh. And M&S are doing really well with a lot of their products in terms of, well, on the front it's just like 4-ingredient cereal, and you turn it over and it's not 4-ingredient cereal. But I think there are some products where they have got
the olive oil mayonnaise, didn't they?
Yeah, the olive oil mayonnaise.
And they also do have a sourdough, which I've checked the ingredients of, and there's no rapeseed oil in it. And it's a Jason's-esque sourdough. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But they don't anything. It's a convenience food.
Yeah.
Just literally don't touch it.
Sugar is, it's addictive, and it is, a destroyer.
It's destroying.
And like
destructive.
A date is so delicious. Like I got my boyfriend to basically, like he basically has a Coke Zero at 3 p.m. every day, and I was like, we need to cut this now. So I was like, why don't you do a stuffed date? And he is now completely hooked, and actually walked back from the office to have one at 3 p.m. And I was like, okay, we've got to like bring them in, because that's not going to work either. But I mean, they're so delicious. And I think when you go down this no refined sugar route, when you then have refined sugar, you're like, ooh, because it's so artificial.
It is.
So for a sweet treat for you, do you have any?
I've got to a point now where I just don't even bother, because I've got myself into a blood sugar state where I just have no ups and downs. I am very, very, very stable. And that's because the protein for me is just first and foremost over everything.
Yeah.
My day starts with protein, and then whatever I eat at lunch will just be protein, and then my dinner's protein. I don't snack. I don't feel weak. I don't have shaky moments. I have nothing. Yeah. That's why I'm able to fast for 3 days at a time.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's been a gradual thing, and I've suddenly thought, oh, like I don't even want to date anymore. I will eat them if they're there. I will eat them because I love them, but I don't really eat a lot of fruit. My only fruit is 100 grams of blueberries and half a frozen banana. Yeah, that's it.
I think that's an amazing place to get to, especially in a world where for health, when you walk around, it's like a croissant and like cookies and cake and everywhere.
It is absolutely thrown in your face at every level. It's on the counter. It's like a thing. Okay, but what do you eat for snacks? Like I don't snack. Like I don't need to.
No,
I don't know. A boiled egg.
Yeah.
So if I was in an absolute emergency and I only had an M&S food, which is more than likely if I'm traveling or if I'm something like on public transport, there's always an M&S food. Yeah. So the thing I will pick up is cheese. They do little cheese block. And boiled eggs.
Yeah.
So once I've eaten that cheese, the fat and the egg, I won't need anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't need to think, oh my God, like I need something with that. It's just a bit of cheese. You won't need it.
No.
Because it's already done that shit I need to eat.
Yeah. It's satisfied
past.
it.
Yeah.
Completely. And alcohol. I mean, that's another, I guess, addictive. Sugar in some
I don't look at alcohol with the sugar. Alcohol is a tool that a lot of people use for lifestyle feelings, choices, thoughts. I'm unhappy, I'm just going to drink the wine. Like that. I think alcohol can be dangerous in that kind of thing. Oh my God, I've had such a bad day, I just need wine.
Yeah.
So you got to get yourself out of that place. I don't know how, we're not going to go into that, but that's like, you need to remove that alcohol. So when I changed my diet in order, everything went, the sugar went, the ultra processed food went, alcohol went too. Out of everything that I did in my life, that's the one I missed the most, because I didn't have a problem with alcohol before. I didn't binge drink, or I didn't go and get drunk. Well, I just didn't do that. I had a very healthy relationship with my family, who are Mediterranean, and we ate. And after about 5 years, I thought, it was actually last Christmas. So we go away every single year with my dad. We do this family Christmas week. And every year he's just like, Donna, I just don't understand. Like, we're eating cheese, drink the red wine. Like, don't be silly. But I'm very much like, no, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it. And then last Christmas, we went to this chateau in France, and French bread, French cheese, French red wine. It was torture. And I thought, okay, like this has now got to the point where, why am I not doing this? This is so stupid. If I'm going to drink, I would literally have just drank 1, maybe 2 glasses of that, because I'd never have gone above that anyway. And what is that going to do to me? Absolutely nothing.
It's going to make you have a laugh with your family. Everyone's memories.
Which is really for mental health, for well-being. That's very important. So that had to come back.
Completely.
So this year, I've added alcohol back into my diet. I'm very intentional, again, about what I drink. If I can find an organic wine, it will be that. I found an incredible supplier online called Wanderlust, and every single wine they do there is organic. If I'm at a restaurant, it will only be an intentional good choice restaurant anyway, so they will always have a really nice wine. And if they don't, I just don't drink it.
Yeah, I agree. I think
that's it.
For me, I have a great relationship with alcohol. For me, it is the facilitator. People will argue this as well. But for me, it's a facilitator of memories, laughter, relaxation, and enjoyment. And all those things I think are crucial to health as well, from a mental health perspective. Yeah. And stress is the biggest killer. So if having a glass of wine with your family and friends makes you relax, have a nice time, that's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important.
But not like a consistent thing.
Not
That's
all
what
the
I
time.
mean. That drink can get there's a grey area.
Yeah.
As to, I wouldn't say drink was a stress reliever. I can't get on board with that, because that needs to be.
Yeah.
It's a social.
Yeah, it's a social. It's a social
so you know
thing.
when to drink and when not to drink. If there's like really shit wine, I'm not going to drink that. I'm
No.
not going to put that into my body, so I just won't drink tonight. I'm okay with that. I'll drive.
Yeah.
But if there's a like Nep Wilding, one of my favourite restaurants in Sussex, where I am, right where I live, their wine list is incredible. Like you actually I'm obsessed. Like I want to drink that beautifully produced, cared for, thought about wine. I want to drink that. So that's where I am at with my alcohol. I don't need it. I just really enjoy it when I do.
Yeah. And I think that's a really lovely place to be in, where it's like, and you pick your wine like you pick your beef.
That's
it's
right.
The same.
Again, intentionally, we've spoken about this so much. And then I had a lot of, so when I announced it on my Instagram, a lot of people were like, but what, how do you detox yourself and everything? I don't, because my whole life is the detox.
Yes.
Every single thing I do is detoxing and making sure those pathways are clear and healthy all the time. That's how I live my life.
Yeah.
And I did a reel on it, and they were just like, oh my God, I just didn't think of it like that. So I don't do anything at all. I drink my wine, I go home, go to sleep, wake up in the morning and feel totally fine.
Yeah.
But I'll never go past the point. I don't think I could drink a whole bottle of wine. I would never have done that anyway.
No.
So I don't drink to get drunk. I just drink because I really love it. And then I have my glass. My sister has one. And then we're just like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And we're done.
No, I completely agree. I think it's sad when it gets to the point where people are like, I don't even like the taste of alcohol. It's like, well, why are you
don't drink it.
Drinking it then?
Yeah, you won't see me drinking anything else, like spirits, beer, no.
Yeah.
It's good quality wine, and I love that. And I kind of was upset with myself that I maybe took that away for a little bit, because I missed out on some, nice things with my family. So, yeah.
But I think, again, it's finding I feel like, for me, being the healthiest version of yourself is being open to change.
That's right.
I think for a long time, and I think you were maybe the same, I put myself in this box of I don't eat meat and I don't eat fish and I don't eat eggs, and this vegan, really, really restrictive box.
It's an easy place to be. It's very comforting to be in that box.
Yeah, because it's just easy to define yourself and be no. And you can then, it's because you can then answer no with but I'm vegan, and everyone will stop then.
Yeah.
Or I don't drink. And it's okay, they won't argue.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a grey area because it's your choice, because you're particular, which I am so particular, like yourself, in certain things and choices, people won't understand it, or they'll try and push you, or they'll argue.
Everyone, still now.
Yeah.
People will just be like, oh, for God's sake. Do you know, I have a day off.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will continuously happen. It will always happen.
So being able to be sorry, I don't do that, or I'm being very black and white with it, it's easier and more comfortable.
Yeah.
Whereas I actually, thinking about it and speaking about it, when I first ate meat, my biggest thing was I'm so nervous now about what I say to people. What am I? And I'm like, well, actually, I'm not anything. I'm someone who makes decisions based on quality and where I get it from, and being intentional, I think, is the key word. But
I love how you just explained that, because I felt like that as well. Because I was like, no, I was a pescatarian, and oh no, I don't do this, and it was like, so no, I do eat meat, but I don't eat that meat. And I do drink wine, but I don't drink that wine.
Yeah.
You do all the, it's true. That's a really, I've never actually thought about it like that. And I like the way you've said that.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, what? And they take offense. And people take offense. It's like, it's nothing to do with your company or anything. And this is a funny example, but I love a gin and tonic. And for me, sometimes that's my like drink of choice. I've actually recently got into red. I normally just liked white. And I was at home and my parents made me a gin and tonic, but they hadn't got any ice and they didn't have any cucumber or lemon.
They ruined it, basically.
So I didn't drink it. I just was like, I don't want it, sorry, but thank you. And they were really offended. And I was like, it's not because I don't love you. It's not because I don't, like, I just, for me, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink it because I'm not going to enjoy that. And I therefore don't want to put that in my body.
I'm looking at you. I don't actually know how old you are, but you're young and a lot younger than me. And I absolutely love it that your generation is thinking this way. I had a very good conversation with Emily English the year before last, because I think she's younger than my son. My son's 29 in January. And we had this whole big chat, and it was incredible. And I said to her, I love what you're doing. There are some things with how she cooks that I still think has, UPFs in, and that's fine, sugar laden, all that kind of thing. But what she's teaching people and what she's taught people is to be particular about what you put into your body at a really young age. And she's got this cult following. Obviously, it's like huge following, and that's just going to get better. And I love that. I love that she's done that, and we were having this conversation. I love it that you're so particular about everything, because you've got to self-medicate. Medicine 100%. Is food. Food is medicine, and in how we live now, you got to self-medicate,
and we have choices.
We have choices. We have decisions. We have everything is out there for us to be able to do. One thing I was going to just touch on that we were talking about just a minute ago is that I am at a position now where I have been fine-tuning this for years. And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, where in God's name do I start? Because to try and do everything all at once, to fast and to eat this and to do that and to take these supplements, which are expensive, and you're never, ever, ever going to do it. You have to start. You have to think to yourself, do you know what? January is coming. And I'm going to start then and do one thing until that one thing is so habitual, and then you need to add the other. And like I just said, I think I started this when I was 40. I'm now 47 and I'm still evolving, and you always will. But I am set now in this thing. Like, it's just the way I live. It's my life. But I didn't just get here overnight. I didn't. And I think I really need to speak more about that on my platform, because it's massively overwhelming.
I think it's so true though. Like, change comes with time, and you have to do a little bit at a time. Like, I went from mince to steak and I was overwhelmed.
I think you took a step too far.
Too far. So for those who are listening, who do want to make changes, and we said, like, pick one thing, what are some of the things that you would change?
Change your diet.
Literally
make a decision to not eat ultra processed food anymore and only eat whole food. Do it in January 2026 and do it for 6 months.
That should be a whole new movement rather than veganuary. It should be like ultra processed free January or whatever, because
actually I might do a series.
I've
never actually done a series. I watch people do series all the time, and I'm just not that creator. But I'm getting into this. I need to start creating like everybody else is creating now. I'm quite old school in my approach to how I do my social media, and I do see the need for like a series. I think I might do that.
Maybe it's January. Maybe that's the time.
But do one thing, change your diet.
I think it is the fundamental.
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't have to cost the earth.
No. Which is something that I wanted to touch on. I'm really privileged in my position to be able to buy the food that I eat. There is just me. I don't have a husband, a boyfriend. My son lives in Manchester. That's just me. So I prioritize my diet over everything. So I will go and buy a 30 pounds chicken. You do not need to do that.
Yeah.
Let's just forget the farming circumstances and all of that kind of things, like, because that's a different topic.
Yeah.
It is an important topic, but it's a different one.
Yeah.
So if you have, for instance, Kiani, my new assistant, she's lovely. She's a friend, and she changed her entire diet. Like, she used to live on, she was telling me, like, Pepsi Max bottles, like entire, like, and it's hard to believe, but she found me on Instagram at the beginning of last year, and she said, I just took your Instagram and I changed my diet. She is a different person, and the only thing she's done, she doesn't buy supplements like some. She has collagen, but not on my level. She doesn't do any of the wellness things that I do. She doesn't go to the saunas and swim. She does nothing other than take magnesium, because she needs to take it. It's very important, and her diet. Honestly, her entire family have changed the way they live, and it's just wow. And she goes to Tesco's and Sainsbury's and Lidl. Lidl's incredible. They have a grass-fed meat range. My son eats that. He's,
that's
trying
amazing.
to live a life and live on his own. It's expensive. So just go to your supermarket and pick out all those things and do it. Just do it. Feed your family whole food.
Yeah.
No ultra-processed food at all. You can 100%, not even 99%, you can 100% do it from Lidl or Aldi.
Yeah. And I think
You
that's
can.
so important, because it sometimes seems so inaccessible. And
Yeah,
everyone's
it's
like,
not.
and it's not. It's all on our
How
doorsteps.
I eat is inaccessible in terms of where I shop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there's a
Because also that's your life and like your lifestyle. But like if you're working in a corporate job, or you've got a family of 5 children, or all these other factors, it's hard. But you can find, like you say, Lidl do a grass-fed option. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, but you don't even need the grass-fed option, but they do one, and it is amazing. But you just and also, like, oh, what shall I cook? Like, I don't know what to make. Literally, people like Emily are churning out. We're in an age where you can get information at the click of a finger.
Completely.
You don't even need to open a book. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, type in, oh, I've got some chicken. What can I make with it? About 10 recipes will come up. Again, I understand time. Like, I do get it. And it's really hard to relate, because I have all the time in the world to do all the things that I want to do. But I think if you're really serious and you're like, do you know what? I want to be so intentional about my life, and I want to know what I'm putting in my body, and I want to know that I'm going to be here and be healthier for as long as possible. Like, longevity is my biggest thing. You're going to put in the work.
Yeah.
You have to meal prep. Make a big batch of rice and put it in the fridge, and do like a big bulk of meatballs and put it in the fridge, and then open a can of tomatoes and make some pasta and add the...
Yeah.
It might not be fancy, but it's nutritious, and it's going to fill you up. It's going to...
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
Like,
completely
sometimes
agree.
Emily's recipes are fancy. Like, you haven't got time for all of those, but that's a weekend thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like but honestly...
There is so much out there now. I also think if someone's thinking, what do I make? Another tip is like, what's in season, and pick that plus your favorite protein. Done.
Yeah. You could make a chili on a Sunday, and you could have it like 3 times that week. I know it's boring. I get it, but
you can
do
have it in a
something
wrap,
different
you can
with it.
have it in rice, you can have it on a sweet potato.
Yeah.
So
I actually like
many
the way you
options.
said about the lettuce cups. Like, I've never done that before, and I might do that. So
I actually saved your recipe of I saw you did this mince bowl, and it was like aubergine or like miso.
yeah, I love that one.
I was like, okay, that's something I can do, because that might mask some of the meat.
I don't do recipes that often, because I'm not that inspiring. Like, I'm not a chef. I don't do like recipes, but I would like catch onto something and be like, oh my God, like I need to post this. And the food content is going to come more next year. And I know I've promised this before, but
I love it. Like seeing that recipe. I was like,
and I will do it, because I just sometimes just think I'm not going to post it because people will just be bored.
no.
But I think I'm really, really catching on now, and it's taken me a while. 47 guys, like I know social media is my job, but sometimes I just think they're just going to find this boring. But it's just really, really explaining. And it actually took taking Kiani on board with me. She was like, Donna, I want to know. Like, I want to know when you go to the supermarket, I want to know why you're not buying that and why you're buying this. And it's just content I don't do, because I think, oh God, that must be so boring.
People say this to me all the time, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't, or they want, like, what you do and in your day-to-day, you think is normal
Yes,
as well.
I do.
Like, for example, I strain hot water coming out of my kettle with a tiny mini sieve. This is a really small example, but like people don't do that, but I do that because of like the lime scale and this, that and the other. And like I have hot water every night and I have hot water after a meal. And why do I do that? And I'm like, who wants to know that? I just do it. I always have done.
Yeah.
But
I'm very much that person.
And it takes someone like your assistant to say that to you. And like I've got a friend who's very good at being like, hi, like I haven't seen XYZ, I need to see more of it. And I'm like, okay, right, I'll do it.
Same. So we've got a big plan going into January. I've struggled just this year, just not being a great year for me. And I've so in terms of the food thing, we've got a lot of plans coming. And I'm just... feed your skin from within. Like I do come from a skincare background. I'm known as a skincare expert. And if we're going to talk about skin, you need to feed it from within.
I love that. Well, we need to finish with a what's in your handbag.
Oh my God, I bought the smallest bag. I wish you'd prepared me, but this is like why it's quick fire.
Yeah, it's good just to have a little look at what you have in your bag.
Okay, so I bought my vintage Celine that I found on Vintage. I love it so much.
That is gorgeous.
Right, I've got very old school earphones, but we're getting into this. Why the
EMFs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So very, very old earphones. They're also really great for filming if I'm on the go because it's got like a microphone.
Yeah, love that.
I have my Jimmy Fairley sunglasses. Not sunglasses, my actual reading glasses.
Love Jimmy Fairley. They're fantastic.
I don't know if they do this style anymore, but
got my mum on those. She loves her Jimmy Fairley.
I have 2 phones because I'm so important. No. This is a thing where my eyesight's just declined massively over the past couple of years, and I've got a little phone which is kind of like all my family numbers, friends and everything like that, but it just became really impossible to like film on and to see, and I'm just like squinting all the time. So I thought I'd get a second number so I have all my work contacts on here. Work is very WhatsApp based. Everything's WhatsApp based now, and it became a bit intrusive, like into my private phone. Like I don't want that. So this one gets left at home at the weekends. I don't need to be like pinged of like 1,000 every time you go on a trip or you do something with the brand. They open a WhatsApp group. So that's what this is for. It's bigger, filmable.
That's really good. I love that.
You're going to die at this one. Everyone's going to die at this one.
Go on.
I have a Kylie Jenner lip kit.
No, I love this.
Do you know why? Because I'm the biggest no makeup person ever. Like it's just
minimal
beige.
I love that.
And this colour is bare, and it's like truly bare. Like it's that nude lip that's bare. Yeah. So I've just gone around the houses. I know, like
that's amazing.
It's so not on brand for me,
but that works. It works.
Kylie and your lip kits. I have an Ola Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. Absolutely love that. I have my car key.
Nice.
And I have my Chanel mirror, which I think is like 22 years old now.
That's great though. Love that. And mirror is essential in a handbag.
Do you know what? And I've got my car parking ticket for downstairs.
It's also very organised and clean. You haven't got receipts coming out of anywhere.
Oh my God, no, I can't bear that.
Yeah.
But I'm about to put in my Healthy Habits mouth tape in it as well.
We're gonna try it out. Try it out. Well, Donna, thank you so much. This has been amazing. I loved it. It was like a big old wellness chit chat, which we all love.
I do love having a chat.
Same. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for asking me on.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I did. Next week, I'm kind of going to touch on a few things that I mentioned in this episode in my solo episode. I thought as we're coming towards the end of the year, I'll give a solo episode on things that I've changed and added in order to become the healthiest version of myself. So if you are intrigued on my health journey, then make sure you click that follow and subscribe button so you are notified next week when my solo episode goes live. Thank you guys so much again, and see you next week.